I'm going to take you to one of my favorite scriptures of all times in dark times, and it is John 16:33. I read this in dark times and I read it in good times, but this was something that I held on to for such a long time when I didn't know if I was ever going to get out of that darkness. And so God will give you encouraging words. He'll give you scriptures that will help you get up and out of a situation and circumstance and a test and trial that the enemy's trying to keep you in. And this was one that I held on to for a very, very long time. It says, I have told you these things so that in me you may have perfect peace. Now look at this. Jesus said with the words that he's given, I've given you these words, or the word of God, and he gave it to us so that we may have perfect peace. How many people right now do not have perfect peace? They don't have confidence in their prayer. They don't have confidence in their victory. And what you need is more word. The more word, the more confidence, the more peace that you'll have in your life. And of course, that means more joy. And more joy, that means more strength. That's why we need to get into the word of God more than anything else that we have in our life. We need to be in the word as much as we can. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word. And God knows you obviously have a job, but you can make time in the morning. You can make time at night. You can make time for God. There's always time for God during the day. In the world you will have. Now, people question why they're going through situations and circumstances. Well, Jesus already warned. In the world, you'll have tribulation, trials, distress, and frustration. So he already warned you that you're going to have frustration. You're going to have things that are causing distress. You're going to have tribulation. Now, he's not talking about the tribulation of that time. Tribulation, if you look up that definition of that word, this is not what he's talking. He's not talking about the one in the book of Revelation, because that's the great tribulation. He just says tribulation. And tribulation means a cause of great trouble or suffering. So he's saying in the world, sometimes you're going to be full of distress, frustration, and a time of great trouble or suffering. Everyone goes through something. But when you're going through that, you feel alone, like nobody understands and nobody gets what you're going through, but Jesus does. He says, in that world you'll have tribulation, which is, again, cause of great trouble or suffering. And he said, trials of distress and frustration. He said, but be of good cheer, take courage, be confident, certain, undaunted, for I have overcome the world. I deprived it of its power to harm you, and I have conquered it for you. So even though you may have these things in your life, God's saying, I've conquered these things for you.